A while ago, I purchased these McDonald's toys in bags from Goodwill, and I intended to customize them, so that's what I'm going to do. The first one I'm going to customize is this green bear. So here is some concept art I created a very long time ago in my sketchbook. It's not really a sketchbook, but it's where all my handmade drawings go. And so I did 2 of them a long time ago, as you can tell. And now I'm just going to make a digital version because things can be easily manipulated on Sketchbook. And here is the final concept art. I think it turned out really cute, and some things do get adjusted later. After the concept art was created, I took my pair of scissors and I cut out the face. This makes it easier for the faceplate to be added later. To make the bear a keychain, I used this hardware, and I just take a needle and thread, and I thread the needle through the top of the bear, and I just sew on the loop. So the loop is attached, and then the clasp can be like all wobbly, so it can be easily attached to a purse. Since the thread is double threaded through the needle, sometimes it gets kind of knotted. But this is what it looks like when it's all sewn on, and I find it stays attached pretty well. I haven't had any issues of it coming off. And with that same string, I just sew the face shut so none of the stuffing comes out, and it becomes easier for the faceplate to be attached later. This is what everything looks like all sewn up, and now I just cut the tag off and we can begin making the faceplate. I rolled out a ball of yellow polymer clay through my pasta machine, and I believe I used the number 7 setting. I laid the sheet of clay on my desk, and I took a circle cookie cutter that would be the size of the face, and I just pressed it into the clay. Okay, so now I'm adding all of the face details, and the reason it is sped up is because I messed up and I hated how it turned out. And like I finished like filming it all, and I was like looking at it and I was like, well, I hate how this looks. And so I decided to keep that in because I feel like it's important to notice like your mistakes that you don't like and then you fix them, which is I fixed it, okay, it's getting there. But I hated how like chunky like the mouth looked, and then I made the face dots too big and I didn't like it. Here it is all fixed, and I did keep the eyes because I like the way they were on the original, and I like this one way better. Now I'm just adding on the eyebrows, and I did add the wrinkles above the nose off camera because it was being a pain. For the flower petals, I decided to use this flimsy Play-Doh cookie cutter, which I probably wouldn't recommend for polymer clay, but I was committed to using it. So I rolled out a thin sheet of this pink clay. I cut out 2 of the flowers with the cookie cutter. I then took my needle tool and I added some texture to the petals. After both flowers were all textured, I just stacked them upon each other to create a layered flower. Then I added the bear's face in the center to finish it off. Here's what it looks like all baked, and I thought it looked a bit plain, so I decided to go in with some acrylic paint and I added some details. I used a mixture of pink and red paint to paint the inside of the indents. I also added some paint on the cheeks as well as some white highlights. To seal all of the paint in, I just glazed the face with some water-based wood varnish. For the leaf details, I cut out some leaves out of felt and then I sewed on some of the details with some string. Then I warmed up my hot glue gun and I glued on the leaves onto the bear. I did the same thing with the faceplate and I just glued it on. To keep it attached, I did wrap a rubber band around the head so it would stay in place as it dried. Last minute, I decided I wanted to add some green details inside of the ears to create contrast, so I took some light green felt and I cut it into a half circle, and I just took the hot glue, glued it in, and I used some tweezers for this because the faceplate was in the way. I also decided last minute that I also wanted some buttons on, and so I picked some out and then I glued them on underneath the leaves. So this is what the final bear looks like. I hope you guys enjoy this video and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!